Hello, so welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria, and on my channel I show you the costume vintage jewelry that I buy from charity shops or antique shops or flea markets. So I will continue then. I did wanted to show you last time some bracelets that I bought in some charity shop. I bought them for 50p, both of them. And I bought them because I thought they might be Bakelite, because I am on the look for Bakelite jewelry. Not very easy to find in the wild, I have to say. And I thought this might be what they call either apple juice Bakelite or root beer. But the apple juice, I think, is more transparent and without these reddish, brownish swirls. And the ones that are called root beer sometimes have a bit of a more amber color to it. However, I still thought it might be a chance it might be Bakelite. It's quite heavy, but I did tested it with semichrome when I got home and it wasn't. Oh, that's a nice bracelet. It does have some wear on it, which is another thing that made me buy it. I did a bit of research, and it looks like there are some on Amazon, so it might be quite modern, but yeah, that's it. That's that. And then I bought this one. I like this one because it looks like tortoise shell, well, imitation, obviously. And it's also a bit heavy, and I thought there is a chance it might be Bakelite too. And when I tested it with semichrome, it did color brown rather than yellow. I think that might be maybe the paint. I don't know. I did some research. I just use image recognition apps. Sometimes I do put like keywords, but image recognition apps are quite good. And I found a very similar. I think it might be the same one, or very, very, very similar in, like, the faceted aspect and how it looks here, and even on the inside. And the seller was selling it as Galalith, which is a sort of a plastic made from milk protein, something like that. It was polymerized somehow, and it's also called French Bakelite. Strangely enough, when you read about it, you can also test it with semichrome, and you can also rub it and it will smell of formaldehyde. I don't have a very good olfactive senses. I'm not a very, I can't feel smells very well. When I put it in hot water and rubbed it, it did smell a bit. But I doubt it. I don't, maybe it is this Galalith, but I don't think it's actually Bakelite or related to it. And I did buy then some, this is from a lot from eBay. I do buy on eBay as well. And the seller did sell it as, he did warn that 2 of these bracelets are Bakelite, so these 2 tested positive with semichrome. I did test the other ones, but they didn't test and they don't smell and so on. They're quite nice though. Just a small, dainty, semi-transparent green bracelet, and 2 yellow with this weird red swirls inside. As I said, they didn't test positive, but they do look weird. They do look a bit like cracked, and there is some like wear. So yeah, I do like them, to be fair, but I don't. Yeah, they're not Bakelite. And these both tested positive with semichrome. So the color, the swab colors yellow, bright yellow, both of them. So both of them are the semichrome tested with yellow color, even the green one. And then I did try to rub it till it's like warm. With my hand, you rub it until you feel like it's warm. And then you smell the finger or the side, and it does. Finally, I'm now don't have any doubts that I will be able to recognize Bakelite this way, because it's an obvious smell of formaldehyde, very chemical, sweet smell, both on immersing in hot water and on rubbing. And after sort of this experience, I did find in my jewelry this necklace that I bought a year or two ago in a charity shop, I think in Dumfries. And it's quite an interesting, it has this talisman, is it Fatima's hand or Hamza? I forgot. And then the material of the black bead is sort of a organic material. I forgot again what's the name of it, but basically it's pulverized plants with some mixed with tari, the tari substance, and smell of, there is a smell of plants, obviously. And these beads are Bakelite, because I did tested them before, but they did color yellow, but I wasn't sure, because I do have some plastics that color very, very pale yellow. This one was more obviously yellow, but I was still not sure. But when I've tried to rub it, yes, it is Bakelite. I think it has four Bakelite beads. Oh, this is nice. I think it's like, is it amber or yolk colored? And I think this is called root beer. Sort of an amber with brown swirls. And you can see it's sort of a matte, not as transparent as like this one. This one is more like shiny, and this one is not. And I don't know if that's because of the material or because of the age. Probably has to do something with it. Although it's still transparent. And you can see the swirls. And this one is green with sort of dark green and yellowish swirls in it. And this one I think is like avocado green Bakelite. And that's the sound they make, this clank. So yeah. So that's my Bakelite story for today. And then I bought this necklace in a charity shop. Looks like some amethyst chips beads. And it's quite shiny and dainty and really nice. And then I bought this bracelet. I bought on eBay as well, because it was £1 and something, plus the shipping, so it costed me like £3. And it has this swirly chain with clear crystals. There is one missing stone somewhere here. And it is signed Monet here. Maybe from 70s, I would say. And then I bought this necklace, and I think this one is quite old actually, because the spring clasp is really big, And that's sort of more characteristic to old pieces like 30s, 40s, even 20s. And it has really nice beads. So these were like pearlescent covered one day. And then it has this satin frosted beads with green and green-blue color. And then it has faceted aurora borealis. And then it has these swirly beads. And they're all gathered in a knot. And the knot wants to go away. So yeah, I thought the clasp is quite old. It's long, and also the color palette, this green and blue peacock colors, is very characteristic of the Art Deco in like 20s. Probably not 20s, maybe it's like 30s, 40s Czech glass or something like that. And this one is I saw it for quite a while but didn't buy it because it's just some plastic jewelry. I did notice it and I did like it, and finally I decided to buy this necklace. As I said, it's just plastic beads with this, don't know if that's metal, it's also acrylic gold painted beads. And it has this, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a shell or like a fish tail, not sure. But yeah, I think it's like very 80s, possibly. And then I bought the brooch, and I really like the brooch. It's quite small, very nice, fine work, almost like filigree. I don't know if it's a cross or is it a flower with 4 leaves, 4 petals. I am not sure. And I do like these small, really minuscule blue stones. And then it has this cabochon, glass cabochon, stripy blue glass cabochon. I don't know, it just really appealed to me. And this I bought in an antique shop. I think I'd give £5 for that. And it is quite a big brooch. I believe it's an iris flower. And it's cold enameled and look like it is hand finished at least. Obviously there are some defects. The cold enameling usually does not last too long. It does tend to chip away. And it just has a mark somewhere. Oh, here it is. And it's signed exquisite. And I do think that they have a series of these cold enameled brooches, and one series is with different kind of flowers in the same technique, and then the other series with different kind of leaves in the same technique, so called enamel, and it is hand finished, and I believe it's from 70s. The company Exquisite, I think, only existed until 79. So that's that. And then I bought, this is in different shops, and this necklace unfortunately had the string has ripped for some reason, and it's all curled up like that because the beads are magnetic. I bought it because I thought that these red beads are coral. I do believe they are. Like coral chips. And this one was in a different shop. And yeah, it's sort of this ethnic Indian beads, metallic beads. There was even a there was even a 9 to 5, or like it wanted to be 9 to 5, but the clasp is magnetic, so I don't think so. But I did bought it because I thought the red beads might also be coral. And I do think they probably are, because they do have irregularities and cracks and indentations and all that. So I do think this is probably coral beads. It's a nice wearable piece, I think. And yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you today. And thank you, and I hope you'll follow me, and I'll see you next time with other treasures. Thank you.